Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is a 105 leFH18B2, the French Tier 5 Premium SPG we've come to know as Fifi La Pew Pew, and other people know as a leFH or a leaf blower. Now this one is on the south spawn of Cliff, and it's under the command of Jammo XD2000. Now he's got a 105mm gun, and he's going to use it on the enemy. Well, he's sporting the French national colours, the blue, white and red of the tricolour, and he's moving off to a firing position. Looks like he's going to head to the far west corner where the bushes are located, and it's also got a Hummel for company. That's the Tier 6 German SPG. Okay, he's found the firing position, and he's not going to go into the corner, he's actually going to use the bushes, and he's now starting to aim at the enemy. Okay, looking for our first target. Now he's got a fairly fast fire rate, or at least he should have, about 12 seconds, and the first enemy he's actually turned up on the hill. It's an E25. I normally pre-aim for the hill because somebody always turns up there, and it's an easy kill for Cliff game. He fires a round in and gets a direct hit straight away, 112 hit points. Fires another one in, another direct hit. Oh, he's got a fire. The E25's on fire. It doesn't look like that was a premium fire extinguisher either. I think he burned, missed on that round. I think he's going for the G2 instead. So a little further back, but he is fairly stationary. Got a direct hit on his engine bay, 364 hit points. He must have got a pen straight through the armour on the engine bay. Now the alpha damage on the 105mm gun on these HE rounds is 410 hit points if you can get through 53mm of armour, and that can do a huge amount of damage to the enemy tank. That's 163 hit points against the T1 Heavy. Going back to the G2, that's a Tier 6 medium. Oh, he's got him! First kill, 325 hit points. He's already got 1.5k damage. Going up to T43. Oh, he hits him, but it didn't explode. That sometimes happens. You get a round, a dud round, hits the target, makes a clang against the hull, but it doesn't actually kill the target. Oh, unfortunately, the E25 is now going up the hill. Oh, not anymore. He's dead. 58 hit points, second kill. We've got a T43 going up there now. He's a bit vulnerable in that position. Oh, he's got a fire as well. And that's a kill shot. 152 hit points. So 3 kills in. A fire on T1. Oh, it was a heat round. Went straight through, did 402 hit points of damage. That's very nice. He's loaded another heat round, but you really need to hit the targets bang on. If you don't, if you fire at the ground, there's no splash, it just make a big expensive hole in the ground. They're very expensive rounds, so you need to be certain of your target. Now there is an enemy just on that cliff area, but we can't spot him at the moment. But what we can see is a Churchill 7. That's a Tier 6 heavy. Dialing in on him, and nope, going for the T29 instead. Nope, fires at the Churchill 7 after all, and no, he just makes the hole in the ground. Still firing. Now he's switched to HE. There's the 25 TP he was aiming at earlier. He's dialing in on the target. Fires around it, gets a direct hit, 138 hit points, the 25 TP is killed by the steering mill. Fires another round of that T29 and the Churchill 7. I think that round overshot the Churchill 7, but there's the KV2. Okay, that's a nice target. And the T29's there together. And yet again, he's aiming the heat rounds at them. This is great because they're stationary targets now. He fires a heat round in and it didn't go through the armor. So he's used up all his heat rounds, but he's now switched to HE again. Fires around at Churchill Center, gets a direct hit for 60. Now aiming for the T29, dialing in, loaded, round out. Good hit, 32 hit points. Enemy Arty's been spotted, that's a priority target. Have to take him out of the game because he can do huge damage to Arty. Round out and direct hit, wipes him out, one shot, lovely shot. So good work there. Got a Sherman 3 trying to come up the cliff. Sitting, he's stationary. Well, he's pulled back a little bit, but we can get him when he pulls up again. Oh, that's going to miss him. Okay, he's lining him up for another shot. I think he might still be there. He's aiming at something over the far side. Nope, that's just hit the rock. Best leave that go for the SU-85. Lining him up. Round out. Looks good. Oh, it's a kill shot. He got him 89 hit points. It did look good. And the Sherman has crashed. He rolled over and he's been killed by our T-150. It's now just one enemy left to kill. And we're looking for him. It's a VP-105 leFH18B2. He's only got one kill, but he's somewhere. They think he's actually near the cap area. In grid square A4. We're firing at the bushes over here. Is he over here? Well, there's no sign of him yet, so it's... No, there he is. He's actually down in the western dip. And he's dead now. So it's game over. Well, that was a very quick round. Some lovely shots there. That SU-85 shot was fantastic. He fired a round in, which wasn't fully dialed in, but it still hit the target. And it's an ace tanker. And in fact, it's his first ace tanker because it's got the scrolls underneath. And you always know when it's got the scrolls, it's the first one. And it's, yep, an ace tanker in only his 5th ever game. That is amazing. He's only just got this 105 leFH18B2, this Fifi La Pew Pew, recently in the Christmas loot boxes. He's been playing it only 5 games and he gets an ace tanker, so he must be pretty good at Arty in order to get that because it's a difficult tank to get that higher standard. And well, very well done indeed. He also picked up a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 5 in total. A bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 10. Gore's medal for doing more damage than 10 times the hit points of his own vehicle. I know it says 8 there, but it is 10. And he also picked up a high caliber for dealing the most damage of the battle. And the win 8 for that battle was 9518, which is Super Unicum standard. And it certainly did help. It was a tier 7 game, and he was a tier 5 Arty in a tier 7, so he was doing more damage to higher tier tanks, and that was earning him much more XP with every shot he fired. So let's have a look at team score. Well, there you go, right at the top of the table, 2,716 hit points of damage. The next highest scorer was the Fifi on the enemy team, 1,658 by him. But here's the big difference. When it came to kills, it was Jamo XD. He managed to get the highest amount. He got 5 kills, whereas the other Fifi only managed to get 1. The next highest scorers was the Sturo Mill, managed to get 3, and the T150 also got 3. When it came to base XP, it was Jamo again. He managed to get 1,095 base experience points, so he got a clean sweep at the top of the table, every top category. And the next high score was the Oni with 877, and the VK3601H with 665. So let's have a look at detail reports, see how it fared. Excuse me, I've got a sore throat from a lot of videos. He fired 27 rounds during that game. He got 15 direct hits, 6 penetrations, splash damage on 8, total damage of 2,716 hit points, and all of it was at more than 300 meters. He damaged 9 of the enemy, but killed 5 of them, and did damage assistance of 150 hit points. On the credits side, he earned 55,923 credits. He got 30,757 from the holiday ops, and that brought up a total of 86,680. And after resupply of ammunition, he did use a fair number of heat rounds, and they are expensive. He actually ended up with a positive balance to take away of 67,736. That would have been a lot higher If only he'd used standard HE throughout, but obviously one of those heat rounds did do the full job it was supposed to do. The other ones didn't, and the one that did hit properly did do a huge amount of damage with one shot. So maybe it's horses for courses. I'm sure he enjoyed firing those heat rounds, but you need to make them hit the target and hit the target square on. Otherwise, they don't really work as effectively as you'd like. He did pick up 4 bonds for the awards for picking up the Gore's medal, the high caliber. So it's very nice as well for that. And he also got XP of 1,642 times 2 for the first victory of the day. Got 903 for the holiday ops, 657 because this is a premium vehicle, one of only 2 premium Artys in the game, and his total came away at 4,845 experience points altogether. Now, I happen to know that he does have a fairly good crew in it. He did select a fairly good crew to put in his Fifi after he got one in the loot boxes, but I'm sure that if he keeps playing it as well as he has here, he will be an absolute terror to the enemy, because this was a really good battle. He got some fantastic shots on the enemy. He one-shotted that M44 out the game. He got a lovely shot on that SU-85, as I said, and certainly did a lot of damage to that E-25, finally finishing him off as he decided to climb the hill to the top, to the lighthouse, and obviously was wiped out with the next round. So a really good game there by Jamo XD2000. He's only just joined What Arty Noobs, so he's new to all this, and he put the results of his game up, and we were very surprised that he got an ace tanker on his 5th game in the Fifi. But it certainly does warrant the ace tanker, because if you watch that gameplay, you think, yep, that is somebody who's been playing the game for a long time in Arty and certainly knows his job. And it took us, a lot of other players, a long time before we could get our first ace tanker, because we got lots of games which are lower tier. Even though we got more kills than Jamo managed to get in his game, we were always hitting the low tier opponents, and that meant we weren't picking up enough XP to get the ace tanker. But he definitely deserved it, and with that win 8 alone, you can see he really earned that classification. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.